The purpose of the food donation program is to recover food that might otherwise end up in the compost and make its way into the community. Yeah, my name is Chef Perillo. I've been here at the Institute for 17 or 18 years, quite a long time. I feel that food waste is a major issue confronting humanity and our industry. It's costly, it's impactful to the environment, and it has a lot of negative social outcomes. I felt it was important for us to use it as a teaching tool and not just talk about it, but actually implement it. Students learn, or at least see an example of how food donation might happen and hopefully become a best practice, so when they leave and go into the industry, that it's a consideration for them to undertake or to be involved in.
I'm Kate. I am the assistant storeroom manager here on campus. The storeroom's role in the food donation program: trays from the classrooms are brought at a temperature under 40 degrees, or they should be frozen solid. And then we pack them up, freeze everything solid, and we have a schedule with the Hudson Valley Food Bank for pickups.
So we pick up from the Culinary Institute once a week. From there, it comes back here and goes to the Deacon Jack Food Pantry in Newburgh. That food pantry will give that directly to the family, and then the family will be able to utilize that food at home. My name is Matt Weinkoop, and I am the manager of food industry partnerships for the Regional Food Bank. So a food pantry, it can vary in size, but they wouldn't have the same level of capacity that we would have, whereas we function as really more of a warehouse facility that we can then distribute that food out when they need it. We've been partnered with Culinary Institute since 2016, 10 years at this point. As of October, the Culinary Institute had donated 115,000 meals. We're so lucky to have a school like that. Certainly many food banks would not have the luxury of that. We recently moved into this brand new building that you can see behind me. We have 48,000 square feet of storage space available. Much of that is cooler and freezer space. And so we really have the ability, with the diverse offerings that the CIA has and the different items that they have available throughout the year, whether it be items like baked goods, cakes, pastries. If there's ability to expand the program and bring in more food, we're always going to say yes. Probably one of the most impactful things to see in food banking is the way that our community comes together, and the CIA is part of it. When you think about the donors within our service area that go out of their way to give us product that's great for our neighbors in need. We have thousands of volunteers that come through our doors every year and are the backbone of our sorting program. We frankly could not do the work we do without volunteers that come in here. And then on the outbound side, talking about the agencies that we've already discussed a little bit, all of those organizations are really run by volunteers. And so it takes a village, not to be cliche, but it takes a village of people. You really see the best of our community in every aspect of what we do here at the Regional Food Bank.
We typically get 25 and 55 donation trays a day. We are likely going to throw out 1 or 2 on average, which is actually pretty good. That is an average though, so some days it's more, some days it's less, due to it being either not properly filled or so hot, like it's supposed to be chilled in the classroom, brought to us cold, ice cold or frozen. To lose 1 or 2 a day doesn't sound that bad, but that is approximately like 25 trays a month, and that really adds up over the course of a year.
So what are some of the flaws in the food donation system? One, I would start with the pan themselves, right? These aren't very sustainable. And unfortunately, it's hard for us to come up with an economic solution for our model. Although I've tried and we've done a lot of research, not maximizing the pan because these are costly. And we want to make sure that we're respecting our resources and making sure we're maximizing them. Another issue might be that it is not labeled properly. I walked into the storeroom recently and there was green tape with chicken written on it. And it's important that they're labeled properly so that we can track how much we're donating. The metrics matter. People understand numbers, and we'd like to see if we're improving or how we're doing ultimately. So also I want to mention that you can donate in bags too for baked goods that don't require a pan, something like croissants or rolls or danishes, things along those lines, because this is much more cost effective. Although I'd only putting plastic out into the environment, it is less expensive than the aluminum pans. In order to eliminate waste in the storeroom and having to throw away donated food, The students from the Applied Food Studies program have taken the standard operating procedures that were formerly in place, revised them, and are now laminating them to be handed out to kitchens so that chefs, faculty, staff, students are aware of how to deal with food that's being donated to the food bank of the Hudson Valley.